Beyond the stars lie a web of pearls, each gemstone a miniature world unto itself. Upon these worlds interconnected our stories are told, and the fate of creation hangs in the balance. Welcome to the Titan's Gift.
Good evening and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Titan's Gift Campaign, episode 25. I'm your DM and host Marty, joined by the Seattle crew, minus Neil tonight because he's adulting and the rest of us do not need to adult, apparently.
Neil has a family and we don't.
Let me just get my... I realized it was in the cup. Okay.
That's gonna sound good.
One DM, one cup? Oh, weird. Oh, gross.
Oh, gross.
How's everyone doing today, guys?
Oh, we're doing so good, Marty.
Yep.
Oh, so good.
So bueno.
Oh my god. If I was doing any better, I would have a checkerboard shirt on.
Well, then it sounds like you'd be me.
You'd be retired and doing shuffleboard?
Oh, maybe. I just got back from vacation. I had a week off.
Yeah.
Traveled the world, saw the sights, got all the exotic diseases, had a fever. It's great. It's great. We had one flight where I went to check in, and they're like, "No, that flight doesn't exist anymore. Sorry, nobody told you." But I need it.
What'd they have you do?
They just said, "You're shit out of luck, Luke," and I had to just buy some more flights real quick. I've never had that happen.
That's pretty expensive.
I've never had a flight just not exist. The airline is about to not exist,
And it's gone.
Millions of dollars in refunds to people. So that was something.
Oh, was it
It's Jet Airways. It's like it used to be India's premier airline, and now not so much.
It's gone.
And
it's gone.
That was good.
Oh, okay.
They lost my bag on the flight in.
Classic.
Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff like that.
You got it back eventually?
I did get it back the day I was leaving, so...
It's still somewhere above India.
Yeah. One day.
So you wore the same clothes the entire time you were there?
Luckily, Sars's dad hooked me up with some sweet shirts and pants.
Oh, hell yes. Tommy Bahama shirts.
It was a pretty groovy shirt. I'll give him that.
Brutal, man. Brutal.
Yeah, it was good. It was a
It
good
looked like you had fun from the photos I saw.
I drank a lot of fancy cocktails on a lot of beaches, and a lot of those cocktails were pina coladas, Matt. I'll have you know.
Fun fact.
I even got caught in the rain a couple of times, but who cares?
Did you like it though?
I mean, I did. I'm not.
And that's the difference.
I'm not into yoga, but I do have half a brain.
How's it going, Levi? What's up with you?
Good. Drinking kombucha. It's gross.
Yep. Could have told you that from the label. Lime, coconut.
That's the only thing getting me through it.
Okay.
Other than that, just living in rainy Seattle, hoping that summer comes soon around here.
Yeah, it's been super rainy lately.
Oh, we didn't get any rain during the winter.
Right. We got
Yeah.
fucking a foot of snow.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Matt, what's going on?
Not too much. I've been sick over the weekend, just a cough and a cold, but I'm feeling better today. So that's nice. Yeah.
How are you, Marty?
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah.
Hockey season is on. I just watched the impossible thing happen. The 15th or 16th place team beat the first place team, swept them 4-0 in a 7-game series.
Like a Mighty Ducks situation?
No, well,
Is that movie big in Canada?
No.
No? Not a lot of Emilio Estevez fans?
No, that is how you sold America in hockey, I think.
Emilio Estevez did
It's amazing that we bought it on that.
Yeah, let's switch gears then and do a recap of what happened in the last game, which was 2 weeks ago now. Last game was called 9 Lives, episode 24. In Lakeland, the party runs afoul with a chained devil while poking through doors and exploring new rooms beneath the hut.
He ran foul.
Right.
All right.
It's true.
Ludo completes the familiar bonding ceremony with a long-dead cat with strange results.
It was strange.
While back in the relative safety of the hut, Zalara appears to make a soul pact with the party members, which they, in exchange for power, agreed.
We were down with it. I mean, her demands weren't that high. It was just pretty much fix everything that's wrong with the world and also defeat the most powerful witch that seems to have ever existed. I mean, that's not that big of a deal.
We said deal almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, of course. It's fine.
City's on fire. We're in an endless dungeon. Fucking, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. So you retreated from the strange realms, the endless rooms beneath the hut with chicken feet, and returned once again to Villa Malavella. I think for some downtime? Was that the goal?
Yes.
Okay.
But not much. We don't need too much. I don't think, and there's not too much we can do.
We could scribe spells.
That's true.
Which I don't know how much the stream cares about this, but I'm mad for us and for Neil when he gets back. I've started putting together a shared spells spreadsheet that I've listed all the spells the professor knows and put which books they're in for me. If you want to add your piece to that puzzle, and we can do a lookup on his little spell database to actually show what level they are for wizard, magus, witch, and alchemist, and what school. This will, I think, make it a lot easier for us to do the whole spell swap thing.
I think that's true.
Because it's a bit complicated now. The one you'll see that has some asterisk next to it is auditory hallucination. Marty was so kind to allow this spell as a second level spell instead of a first level spell. It's pretty neat. It's gonna be a little silly when it gets thrown around here.
How many days are you guys taking at Villa Malavella? And what are you doing?
I don't know. How many days do you guys want to take? A couple? There's a few things I want to do. I'd like to finally investigate the game 1 puzzle box I got. May as well see what that thing has going on. That was the one. Did you guys have any other thing? I have a couple other ideas, but it depends on how long we're hanging out here.
Did Zephyros heal up, repair the tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could probably take a couple of days to cast spells on that.
I probably one day have thrown make whole out of it.
Hey Matt, were you the one who created the token for the
Yeah.
apparatus? Can you drop it in conversation layer for me? I'm on a different map.
Yes. Let's do that. Let's see here.
Zephyros certainly can spend a couple of days casting spells on the apparatus to prepare it.
Or Manny and I can hit it with hammers.
Or you can actually try to do it
the old-fashioned way.
the old-fashioned way.
Spray it with oil and hit it hard.
Ludo, I don't know if you've got the craft skills to... Nope. You can probably spray it with oil, given that you're an alchemist, but what to do with it afterwards?
What that accomplishes me there, you know. Well, it's greasy now.
That's how things work, right?
Where are you storing the apparatus in the villa?
It's a great question. Fereosae's garden's looking pretty promising due to access.
I don't know if I'm down with that.
I know, that's why. We're gonna have to think of something else.
The back There's not a lot of room in that
There's not a lot of room.
backyard.
Tech follows Fereosae around until she tells him to get lost. When you guys get back.
I'm gonna try and get Manny to fix him.
Yeah, Manny is now a 5th level cleric. He should be able to cast lesser restorations each day until he's fine. Plus, rest will do it itself.
Yeah, I think if there's 2 days, there's no question that's gonna all go away.
Yep.
As well as his lethal damage.
I probably would like to, having seen my brother's face on that chain monster, may pull out that Jed pillar thing I carry around in my pocket as a keepsake and do some research and investigation into that, having thought of him and that being my only connection back to all that.
Sure. Falling Hand of the Archmage is with you. I'm just putting you guys into your little respective areas. Zephyros hanging out with, I guess, Makarnam will hang out in his cloakroom, while Zephyros probably spends most of his time in his room or in the study. The Scrivener's room, I'm pretty certain.
There's also that minor demon I was thinking about summoning.
Where did you stick the token, Matt?
I have it in map tools on my laptop, and I'm connected from my desktop.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I will create a token.
Yeah, it's going to be faster at this point, probably. Here we go.
Where were my notes?
Okay, who's got the spotlight first?
I'll do the puzzle box first. The professor will start by approaching Ludo with the puzzle box. And Ludo, do you have a moment?
Well, till I can figure out what to do with this thing. Pat the side of it.
Yes, well, would you mind taking a look at this curio I have? You're rather good with traps, perhaps.
It's not going to try to shoot me in the face, is it?
I'm not sure, actually. I was hoping you could help me investigate that.
Perfect.
I'm over in his lounge. I assume we'll be probably sharing a brandy or something.
Yes. There we go. I was like, where are you?
The puzzle box, for a refresher, is a jade and ivory puzzle box carved with ancient Ankwani symbols, purchased in the bazaar near Bostera Station.
That part you likely don't tell people because you claim that you found it on your digs.
Yeah, it's something like that. Tried to make it look like the puzzle box from Hellraiser as best as I could.
Cool. You got this thing.
Yeah, I want to see if old Ludo can check it for traps.
Well, it looks dangerous enough as he rubs his hands together. Woo! All right. He's gonna kind of hold a book kind of at his face, right below his eyes, just like jokingly. And then I'm assuming there's some manner of lock on it.
It doesn't appear to have a keyhole on it.
I guess, can I use my detect traps skill that I have? What was I doing with the locks? Sounds like it's been a while. What was I doing with those lock boxes? So close.
Okay, what are you doing with the box? It looks Ankwani in design. It doesn't have any Ankwani figures on it, though. It doesn't have any high Ankwani on it. No hieroglyphs. It looks really old. It looks worn. There's some nicks out of parts of it.
Okay, close this.
Can we try it? I'm just gonna whip it open.
Just see if you can spot any traps on it. You You may not want to open it right away.
Yeah. It has no lid. It looks like a cube.
Like a hinged lid, or
No, there are no hinges on it.
oh, it's just a box.
It's like a cube, stylized. It has lots of like layers to it.
I'm gonna sense traps.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's not cool. 19.
Okay, so you don't see any telltale signs of like pinholes or switchblades or springs or anything like that.
Professor, you can read on Guani, right?
Oh, yes, of course. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't likely to hurt me in any way. I'll take the box back and concentrate on it for a minute and do a psychometry check on it. And see what sort of history I can figure out with 35.
Okay. What does psychometry do again?
Receive flashes of insight regarding the subject's nature and ownership. DC 15 appraise check to decipher the visions. One piece of information of historical significance from the last owner. You learn more pieces of information for every 10 by which you exceeded the DC, so I hit 35. Well, you can't decipher the visions, or you don't know what
Okay.
or whatever.
You see a vision of the old lady that sold it to you, and you remember her kind of like wicked smile. You receive visions of the old lady looking much younger and scolding an older man on maybe her husband? On not to touch the box. You see sort of an out of order vision of her husband spending many hours trying to open the box, moving little pieces around on it, and eventually just shaking it. Every day he would shake it. Something bad happened to him. No, something good happened to him on most days, but then something really bad happened to him, and then it was the old lady alone.
It's like a good old death box.
Interesting.
So that's probably about 4 or 5 things.
I will then do a page-bound epiphany. I'm gonna ask for the first one, what does it do? And then I'm gonna do another one and ask, how do I solve it?
Okay.
Plus 1 circumstance bonus on the knowledge check. Which knowledge would this be?
You're asking what is it?
Yes.
Okay, knowledge history.
Okay, that would be plus 17. What is it? 18.
It is a Unkwani puzzle box. This type of thing. Could date back to the time before the inherited gods. Whether or not this one does is uncertain. These were the toys of god kings, priests, and their children.
Neat. Okay, I'm gonna do another page-bound epiphany and ask the book, how do I solve it?
Okay, a page-bound epiphany gives you bonuses on knowledge checks, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how do I solve puzzle boxes?
Uh-huh.
Okay, give me a roll.
What knowledge would this be?
I'll say Arcana.
Okay. 24?
Depends on the box. Some of them require great intellect. Others require the wisdom to make moves or not, while some require simply a force of will and personality to open.
Could I do another one to actually solve this specific puzzle box?
It's kind of what you asked. This thing... Another page-bound epiphany? Sure, you can give me one more.
I'll go find Fereosae and Zephyros and see if they're interested in a little intellectual pursuit.
Zephyros is busy doing scroll work.
Fereosae, do you have a moment? I'd appreciate your insight on a certain matter.
Yes, I have a moment.
Yes, well, you see, I acquired this puzzle box in my research expeditions. You know, I'm an archaeologist. And I'm looking to solve it. I've found out a good amount about it, but I have a fear that it may be quite dangerous. So, I, of course, will do the solving, so there's no harm to you, but perhaps your insight would be valued.
Sure. I have something to ask of you too, Professor.
Oh?
I'd like to study your wand a little bit more closely.
Yes. Which one were you looking for?
The Everbark wand, of course.
Ah, yes, of course. I'll quick draw it from...
In exchange, if you'd like.
Making everyone at the table jump.
Easy.
Yes.
If you'd like, in exchange, I'll dump one of the skeletons out of the bag. And you can try to study it and control it.
Oh, yes, that would be quite useful.
We'll have to find a nice place for it.
Yes. Well, now back to the matter at hand. I'll pull out my blank book and do another page-bound epiphany with Fereosae looking over my shoulder as we embark on trying to solve this thing.
Okay.
Knowledge Arcana.
Yep, page-bound epiphany is a divination spell, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Plus 5 from the page-bound epiphany, 2 from Fereosae, puts me at plus 19. 26.
Gives you the same information as before about the generic boxes.
Okay.
That some can be solved with towering intellect, some can be solved by not being solved, and some can be demanded to open by force of will alone. Ludo, to you, it was just this, like, solid hunk of thing with some filling in it. Like, you didn't see, it wasn't like a Rubik's Cube or anything like that. You didn't see.
Are we discounting the idea that it's a really nice paperweight?
It did something.
It looks really old. I wonder if it's magical, says Pixel.
I'll detect magic on it.
Like the last time you did this. It radiates no magic.
Not magical per se. Try and solve it with intellect.
Okay. What are you doing with it? It has 6 strange symbols in the middle of on each of its sides.
Do I understand what any of them are, given my knowledge of Ankwani culture and history?
Yeah, they're letters.
What are they?
Well, would they spell anything? Could you spell anything out of the letters?
You probably can. 6 letters probably have a lot of anagrams.
Probably, yeah.
What are the letters?
6 Ankwani letters. You want the equivalent of it?
If it doesn't necessarily matter, no.
Well, it's like you'd be doing a anagram in some other language. So.
Does it have? As I pick it up and examine it, is there anything that seems to move? I'll try pressing the first letter, see if anything.
Okay, so you're pressing the letters. You're pulling on it. Ludo, give me a perception check. Same with Professor. I guess Fereosae can have one too.
Okay.
20.
Whose ears are the keenest?
I'm guessing the hand's lurking about too, right?
Yep.
I didn't get anything good. 20 is the highest.
Okay, Ludo, you thought you heard something moving around in the box. Like the inside of the cube thing might be hollow, and there might be something moving around in there. It sounds like a little stone, probably about the size of a smaller than a golf ball, larger than maybe grape size. Like you didn't have much room in there, but you did hear it moving around as the professor's.
I think you might have broken it. Oh! I'll listen to it. I'll try pressing another one of the letters. Anything happen when I touch certain areas of it?
Nope.
Well, quite curious.
Can you scratch it?
I'll try scratching it.
Okay, well, with your nail, you can't scratch it. There are grooves in it that suggest somebody has damaged it before. Like attacked it with a knife or tried to groove at it. It seems largely intact.
I will set it down and I'll cast a spell into it. I'll throw like a cantrip into it, like
Light?
Yeah, light's a good one.
Okay. It accepts your light spell like an object and glows.
Nothing.
Fun box.
I'll mage hand and shake it about.
Okay, your mage hand fails to pick it up.
I'll cast an unseen servant and ask him to shake it about.
The unseen servant picks it up, and you can hear this ever so slight sound of something rattling inside the stone or jade box. Like it sounds like a single thing.
While he does it, I'll detect magic on the box and see if anything's happening.
Yes. You can see trails of universal magic kind of like shaking out like fairy dust as it's shaking. And you can see a trail of fairy dust touches your unseen familiar and then just slowly goes into you.
What's happening?
That's always good.
Fereosae, have you seen this? Quickly. Oh, yeah, it's one of these.
I'll detect magic and take a look.
Is it the bad one?
All right, so
first get the bad one.
Your eye just caught a little bit of like universal magic kind of flowing into the professor, and whatever happened to the magic, it went inside of him. Like you can't actually detect it on him.
Do I feel any different?
You look fine, Professor.
I'm not dead.
Are you concerned?
A little, because
Okay,
I
well, then
saw
you feel
that
concerned.
sometimes this guy dies when he does it.
Yep.
I don't feel any different, anything else other than the concern. I can't, other than the universal magic I detected, I have no.
No, you feel your familiar poking at you.
I'll pull him out.
It's pointing at where the thing went in, and he asks you, like, what the hell happened?
I'll shrug and say, oh, your guess is as good as mine.
He just wraps his fingers on the table and scurries off to do something else. Okay, the familiar still has the box.
Well, shake it again.
Okay, you shake it, it shakes it again, and no more magic is coming out of it.
I think that this thing is some sort of, perhaps a dye of some kind. The person who used it before would shake it as well to make the magic come out. It seems it's a bit of luck. Sometimes something good comes. Once something very bad happened to him. Something to do with perhaps the shapes on the side. 1 in 6 chance of getting them. Not really sure what they did though.
Give me a profession archaeologist if you've got it.
Yeah, I think I do have it actually.
That would make sense.
And then Fereosae, given that you detected magic and you're watching this, give me a knowledge arcana.
6, I got it now.
Okay, you're too absorbed with the here and now to make any sort of conjecture or logical leap. And I'm going to send Matt a note.
You gonna DM him the nudes? Oh, you got 31?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. Could be dangerous.
What do you
If there's
think?
magic inside, it may be blocked somehow.
What do you suppose happened when that came out and absorbed into me?
I don't
Your
know.
familiar goes, don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
How do you feel?
Mostly normal. A bit incontinent, but that's to be expected at my age.
I should suppose so.
No, he's sitting on your furniture.
Perplexing.
Let me detect magic again, and also take a look at the Everbark wand.
Okay.
Does that radiate a bunch of magic?
I believe it does. Let's see. Where did
I can't
that
remember if it
one
did or not.
end up?
It's on me in my flesh crafter's bag towards the bottom.
Yes, this does radiate a moderate transmutation.
Yes, I suppose that makes sense.
It's a very powerful wand. It's something that shouldn't be a wand
Right, yes.
by normal rules. Okay, Professor, you feel okay?
What
about the key? Ludo, does your key work on this box?
Ah, wonderful idea. Give it a whirl.
Pulling out the artifact, and all the little keys on this rod, spindle around. Ludo feels powerful when holding on to the key of infinite doors.
It's worked for almost literally everything else we've done, so...
I'll detect magic and watch this interaction.
Okay.
Hopes are high.
All the keys kind of spun to a
From about 10 feet away.
close, and just kind of clinked into it like a metal stick would against a
cube.
stone cube. And at this point in time,
Give it a second.
There's this exhibit in the Natural Museum that you're reminded of, like primitive humans poking things with sticks and and trying to light fire.
Give it 2 more seconds.
Before they were blessed by Prometheus.
I will grumble, set it down, and stare intensely at it, and I will say, "You, Box, now listen as I force my will upon you!" And I will attempt to solve it by force of will alone.
Okay, give me a charisma check. Or an intimidate, I don't know.
Box yelling.
The hand kind of scurries up, he's looking at you, and then he drums his hands on drums his fingers on the table.
For you, Box.
Oh, you should have listened, Box. 28.
Nice. Hey, Demon Lord. So yelling at the puzzle box doesn't make it do anything.
Well, it seems force of will alone does not solve this one.
No, I think you'll have to be a mite bit cleverer.
Well, I'm often known for my clever ideas.
Is it made of wood?
Ooh,
It's made out of jade. With a bit of ivory that's still
Yes.
stuck in pieces. You could probably pry the ivory off and you'd end up with this jade block. It's definitely hollow inside. There's definitely something in it. Like a like a tasty nut inside this magical box that doesn't radiate magic. Yeah, well, Ludo's like, you know, there's a couple of strong people that could take a few swings.
Should I call Manny in already, or are we done fiddling?
well, I don't think we should smash it. It is, after all, an ancient artifact.
We can get the crab.
True, but
Indeed it is.
must be another way.
You might break the thing that's inside.
True, that's also true.
I'd rather you not break it, at least not with me nearby.
No, I don't think we'll break it today.
Where did you get it?
Oh, I found it deep within the where was it again?
Sounds stolen.
No.
Yeah, did you steal it from somebody? Maybe the person you stole it from knows how to open it.
No. I got it in the desert just on my last expedition. Not stolen. Found. Recovered.
Well, where did you recover it from?
Where was that again? Where was the... I was coming on the Transether rail.
From the Bostera Badlands.
Yeah, Bostera Badlands. Yes, that was it.
Well, maybe they know more about it there.
Oh, yes, perhaps.
We do have reason to go again. You'll have to take it with you.
So the professor will sigh deeply.
Have we tried fire?
No. I don't want to damage it, though.
What are all of you doing in here? Man comes over, he grabs it.
Manny, great timing. Can you smash this box?
Yeah, sure.
No, don't smash it.
Don't. No.
What if there's
If you
gold?
would like to give it a toss as if it were a die, though, perhaps that would be interesting.
You could shake it while we watch.
He looks at the professor like with great
That's what
amount of
she said.
suspicion.
Shake it while we watch.
Manny, as a close friend of yours, I advise against this.
I did it. Nothing bad happened to me.
Yeah.
Looks like a child's toy.
Yes, nothing bad could happen if you shake it then.
He's looking at Ludo. He's asking, like, "Can I punch him?" Like he's giving Ludo that look. Like now, okay. He just ticks back on one of the divans. He puts up his feet defiantly.
Manny, why don't you shake this into your mouth as I hand him a little cup of whiskey that I just poured for him.
Yep, he grabs it. And gets a drink.
Well, it seems we're not going to solve it then today, are we, gang?
It's a mystery.
It is indeed a mystery that continues, I'll say, a bit longer. But, while we're all gathered here, I was hoping if we could all look at something else.
What is that?
If you take your clothes off, I will leave.
Not quite. Gentlemen, ladies, I would like to introduce you to someone a bit more formally now. Icky Maester?
Probably his kid.
I will, as I gesture towards him, I will cast Major Image, and the illusion will be, I assume I've seen pictures of what the Archmage looked like in life.
Yeah, he's kind of a creepy guy.
I will create an illusion extending out of the severed hand to form the rest of the body of Icky Maester. And then I will hand that illusion over to the hand and allow him to control it.
Okay. Icky Macer is grimacing menacingly. His nails are way, way too long. And let me see if I could find a token for him.
Does the hand float?
The hand does not. It stays on the table.
Ah, I see. Yes.
I got a potion that will fix them.
Potions guy over here.
As I've got a perfect photo for this in my Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Ooh.
A pic that I found for Pathfinder Kingmaker. Can I find it here?
Ludo's Lounge.
Where mysteries are solved.
Yeah. Or sorta.
Or not solved. We tried knowledge. We tried yelling.
And in the end, shaking it was the only thing that worked.
Hey, you want a creepy mage hand? I found the image and the create a token. Icky Macer the first. So you've seen him depicted in statue form at the Arcanapra. Ironically, in illusion form to give it realism.
It's weird how that works.
Icky Macer the first.
Oh, drum roll! What's he gonna look like? Is he going to be scowling? Yeah! Ah, yeah! Look at that. Look at that creepy hand on him.
Yep.
Where's he at? Oh, here we are in Ludo's Lounge.
Yes.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's a good one.
And as that everyone is looking at him for the first time, I will cast auditory hallucination on all of us, and I will then pass that to the hand, hallucinating, I guess what we'll think Icky Maester would have sounded like, or it will just fill in as like a surly old wizard.
Isn't the Icky Macer the hand controlling the illusion?
He'll have to drop that, and that thing will linger for, it's a major illusion, it will linger for 3 plus half my wizard level, 5 rounds. So at some point during him talking to us, it will fade away.
Okay, he's less talking and more sort of muttering spells and kind of tracing things on the table with his claws and just being creepy and staring at all of you.
Hello, hello, Mr. Maester. Welcome. As you know, we are all of us.
Cackling weird echoes of former past spells and things that the hand can no longer comprehend, but it sounds like magical gobbledygook. But it is impressive.
Yes, well, you say hello.
He just glares at everyone.
Yes,
I like him.
Hello? Do you have anything to say? Is your first time able to speak in probably centuries? Any words?
I like him more.
Not too
He
tough.
just grimaces and then.
Man of few words. If only they all were.
Well, that was quite anticlimactic. Not really the talkative type, are we? No.
You notice he shakes his head slightly side to side.
Okay, well.
Look, I need to go talk to my tree, so...
Yes, well, thank you for indulging me. Perhaps we'll figure out the puzzle box later.
I'd like to study it again with you sometime.
Yes.
Illusion's just staring down Fereosae.
He's quite fetching, eh? Really inspires,
He's scary, says Pixel as she's leaving the room.
Indeed. What a strange man.
Illusion
I want to use my speak with plants, trees only, on the Emperor Nectarine tree.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And make sure that I am taking good care of this thing.
All right. How long does Speak with Plants last?
That is an excellent question. Here we go. 1 minute per level, so 5 minutes.
Okay. In your first 5 minutes of communing with the tree, you learn exactly how much water it likes. Not too much, not too little.
Nice.
How much sun it likes. Not too much, not too little. How warm it likes to be. It tends to like to be warm.
Okay.
And you learn that the tree can do things when it describes it as tingle water.
Yes. I suspected that potions would have an effect on you.
Yes, and you begin to realize that it can be coaxed to do different things with potions.
How delightful. We'll have to talk more about this.
On your first communion with it, you learn that if you feed the potion in the right way, you can duplicate a potion with dilution of the caster level.
Okay. Okay, so the potion kind of shows up in its fruits.
Yep.
Nice.
It takes 24 hours to grow a fruit. The fruit lasts for 1 month, and you need to feed the potion and manipulate the plant. Like, you need to kind of prune it and do the right things. It has other effects as well. This is just the first one that you were able to...
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and talk to it once a day when I'm here and learn more about it.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys are here for a couple of days. On the second day, you learn that it can concentrate a potion fed to it, increasing its caster level.
Okay. Under the same conditions, you feed it the potion and care for it?
Yep. You make it so that you cut the stems and things. You prune it so that only one bud grows.
Okay. Nice.
So I think there's a sheet for this, and I will mark down.
Okay.
Things that you've learned so far.
I actually updated a few things on there.
So this is what it looks like. It currently has fruit, but none of the fruit are bearing any
Right.
magic.
Nice.
Ludo, are you spending any time at your crafting bench? Zephyros is able to mend over the course of 2 days the apparatus.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go into my
And where do you keep the apparatus? Just
lab. Yeah, for now it's just gonna hang out at the front. At the front door, you see how the foyer kind of has a corner. Wait, is the apparatus in here? Oh, it can fit in here. Oh my god. We'll keep it in the lounge off to the right.
in here?
Yeah.
The court of the jerks? Sitting
Corner of
area?
the Jerks, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend some time in front of my lab.
Are you brewing any potions in your downtime?
Yes, I am doing it.
Do level 1?
And about 3 or 4 level 2s, I believe. My sheet is correct. Get some levitates going, or I'll levitate.
Okay, so a levitate potion costs 150 to craft out of potion components, and first level potions I believe are 25 apiece if their caster level is 1.
Okay, so I have that written down. So let's prepare.
You can do about, I think it's 1,000 gold pieces a day. So you can probably whip through your components pretty quickly. I'll let you just put at the bottom of your sheet what you end up creating. Manny spends some time praying to his god. He spends some time healing up Tech. Tech is now fully operational, we'll say, and is prowling around the grounds like normal. He seems to have recovered.
Sounds good.
You guys find yourselves in the JE Lounge, Jerks Emeritus Lounge, one evening after dinner, and you guys are deciding what it is that you are going to do next. I'm sad I missed seeing Icky Mesa. I would have liked to see him. You will have to pull that out next time.
Yes, you'll be seeing more of him. No worries there.
Oh, why is he called Icky Mason? Is it because he had a mason who's sticky?
Yes, something like that, I think.
Oh, I would like to see his mace then.
Says Macronel.
Icky Maester and I can now speak to each other. I assume through some sort of weird sign language.
Yes. You understand the sign language of the creature, and it's a sign language that only you and it would know. Plus a combination of empathic abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Malbut comes in. He's looking like he's fretting like normal, but he's got a hopeful look in his eye that you guys might be talking about going and solving some of his problems.
So what are we doing next? We're going back into that stupid hut? We're gonna sell some of our stuff in the market.
I think we should figure out if the market still stands and sell some things there, find Malbut's friend, and then find Malbut's enemy.
Ah, yes, Malbut, I was looking forward to you helping him with his problem.
Yes.
Yes. Pixel insists that I be of assistance.
I did not. Although he sounds mean, he's the one that pulls the wings off of fairies for money.
And has one kidnapped for our friend.
Yeah, we need to save him.
She seems more concerned about saving the fairy as opposed to helping Malbut, but whatever.
For me, it's mostly that Malbut's eventually going to try and kill her if we don't do something.
Yeah, Malbut can't understand Pixel, but he is looking at her funny.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yes, I suppose you should check in on that girl. What was her name?
Fernie.
Yes, yes.
Manny.
Fernie, right. See if she's okay.
She's only living in your house.
Right, yes. I suppose, too, if we're going to put this whole realm back in order, we should take stock of it, see what sort of job we're up against.
I prefer not to owe Zalara a favor for much longer than I have to.
Yes, but I would caution that we should get back to the hut and sort that out soon as well. It is rather critical to our form of travel these days. And it probably won't be long before Baba Yaga comes looking for us.
I suppose so.
Plus, think of all the things yet to discover below the hut.
We'll need to find a way to trap her, or bind her, or something.
Yes.
What was the thing that you guys pulled out of your attic? Out of the attic of the hut?
Most of us pulled something out.
Yeah, I have a stone familiar.
Okay.
I have a book that is some sort of spell research book.
And I need to try and figure out if this stone familiar is cursed. But I suspect we'll want to try to actually identify it with an identify spell.
How many potions did you end up making?
2.
2?
Yeah.
You want to flip a coin? Let me know which one
Yeah?
I should look at.
The Pan
A coin.
Ultimate Index of Spells.
Via chat or in real life?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't own a coin,
Just throw D2 then.
per se.
And in chat!
2. What's your second potion?
Well, levitate.
Okay. You want to put beside that potion, you use your new magical swirling stick to create it.
Nice.
Just highlight it. Remind me of that when you use it.
Magic stick.
Nothing can go wrong here.
Does anyone have the identify spell?
What level is that?
First? I don't think anyone has it.
I actually think the opposed school of the
Oh, that's right.
of Zephyros' divination.
That's true. So it's not his. It's not in his wheelhouse. I'll have to try and pick it up from the half hag of trash.
Oh, he has it in his spellbook though.
Oh,
He could cast it.
I'm
what
gonna
was
try
your-
and get
what
him
was
to
your
cast
item?
it on my stone familiar.
The Penultimate Index of Spells has lines of wizards showing who knew which spell, allows you to figure out how to research spell given what spells you know.
Someone's at the door. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Max out visitors.
Alright, what are we gonna do next? Where are we going?
Sounds like we're going to go take stock of town, see if we can find that spider fellow, tell him what's what, I suppose. What needs to happen?
We're gonna go in the morning or are we gonna go right now?
Oh,